All right, this is coming to us from 3.2, and 3.2.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, this question comes from us 3.2, and it looks like we're using the K formula. And if you don't know what the K formula is, I will get that pulled up for you. It's 1 plus 1 over K. There it is, 1 minus 1 over K. And let me snip that out for you. Just hold on a second and I'll snip that out. There we go. And save that. And save that. Yes. And then I'll pull that up. And I also need to pull up my calculator. I'm sorry, just bear through all this. And get back to where I was. There's the calculator. And pull up. I think this is the question. Yeah. And pull in one more thing if I can. I don't think I can because, yeah, I can. Pull in, no, I can't. Okay. 1 minus 1 over K squared times 100. So that's going to be 1 minus 1 over 4 squared times 100. So 1 minus 1/16 times 100. And that's going to be 1 is 16 over 16 minus 1 over 16. And that gives us 15 over 16 times 100. So go to your handy dandy calculator. 15 divided by 16. And multiply that by 100. And that's your answer, 93.75. Now, you can do the same thing with 1.5 standard deviations. Now, be careful here because it says at least blank of the gasoline stations had prices within 1.5. This is 4. You got to remember your curve. And this is the mean. There's 1 standard deviation. So there's 2 standard deviations right there. And then 2 standard deviations. How many is that? That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.5 standard deviations, I'll do it in blue, is there and there. So we do 1.5 right here. So that's going to be 1 minus 1 over 1.5 squared multiplied by 100. Now I'm not going to do each one of these steps. I'm just going to do it on the calculator. So 1.5 squared equals 1 divided by that, inverse answer, equals 1 minus inverse answer, or second answer, and that's multiplied by 100, and that will give you 55.56, which is your answer right here. The gasoline prices that are within 1.5 standard deviations take a minute and see what you come up with there. Now, to do this part, we're going to take our, mean, and we're going to subtract 1.5, which is our deviations, times 0.05. And that's going to be 3.74 minus 1.5 times 0.05. And we do that on the calculator. 0.05 times 1.5, and then 3.74 minus, second answer, I get 3.67, and then you'd add it, so 0.15, 0.05 times 1.5, enter, plus 3.74. So it looks like 3.67 and 3.82. And that should be your answer. Now, C, percentage. What percentage is minimum percentage of gasoline stations that had between 3.59 and 3.89? Well, 3.59 and 3.89, that's a z-score. So we can punch that in as a z-score. And the z-score, for those that don't know it, is z is equal to x minus x bar divided by the standard deviation. So that's going to be 3.59. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking looking up on z-score. We're not doing that yet. Sorry. Well, you can, because you'll have a z-score, and then you can figure out what the z-score is, or the standard deviations. So you can do this. Z is equal to 3.74 minus, 3.59 minus 3.74, 3.59 minus 3.74
Incoming transmission.
over 0.05. And that's going to be 3.59 minus 3.74 equals divided by 0.05. And that's 3 standard deviations. So 3 standard deviations to the left and 3 standard deviations to the right is 6 standard deviations. So if you wanted to find that percentage, that would be 1 minus 1 over 36 for 6 standard deviations, 6 squared, raised to the, or times 100. So 1 over 36 is 35 over 36. So we take our 35 divided by 36, and that's equal to that, and multiply that by 100. And I think with the empirical rule, you get 97.5, but that's close enough for government work, 97.22. So you would type that as 97.22. And check. Ooh, got it wrong. Oh, I didn't round. I'm sorry. It should be 97.2. Huh. Well, I must have done something wrong. Must be one of 3. 389. Let's do 389. 3.89 minus 3.74 equals, yeah, 3 standard deviations. Maybe they want 9, so that would be 8/9. Let's do 8 divided by 9. That's it, I'm sorry. 3 standard deviations. I did 6. So it's not it's not 6 squared, it's 3 squared. My bad. So that would be 3 squared. And that will give you the 88.9 right there, which is the answer here. Sorry about that. Hopefully this will help, besides my mistakes.